If turning on the camera makes you suddenly forget your own name, well, you're probably not alone. As most real estate agents know they should be creating videos, but they keep waiting to feel confident. They want it to be perfect. And here's the problem. Confidence does not come before you get on camera. The confidence will come because you are consistently getting on camera. So in this episode, you will discover why camera confidence comes with practice, not perfection, and how to stop overthinking every single video. I'll show you how to decide who you're speaking to, choose a clear topic, use simple talking points without sounding scripted. That's huge. And connect with potential clients as the real estate expert that you are. You will also learn how video helps you build trust, become recognizable in your market, and start attracting clients before they ever call you. My name is Robyn Cavallaro. Welcome to Stop Chasing, Start Attracting. In this podcast, realtors come to become authority, grow their brand, and reinvent their life with real estate. And you want to create a business that attracts clients instead of consistently chase them. And I have to say, I have been very comfortable on camera. That has never been my issue because I break it down into the smallest little thing. And one of my, I've been on television before, and I was on national television, and it was flawless, although I didn't think it in my head. But as long as you break everything down into simple segments, you'll have success. So let's get started. So we're going to address 3 things I hear from agents all the time. And I even go through this myself. I hate how I look. I don't like the sound of my voice. I have no idea what to say. Now, there are many times where I've done a video and I have to edit it. And then when it goes live, I'm like, God, I can't stand the way I look and I'm tired of hearing my voice. But that is a struggle that we all go through. You have to get past that because no one actually feels comfortable while they're recording until you've done it a while. I'm very comfortable speaking in front of crowds, speaking to small groups, and talking to the camera, because I talk to the camera like I'm speaking to one person, like I'm just having a conversation with you sitting in your living room. And I know many of my customers have told me that. It's like, when we see you on video, it just sounds like you're sitting there having a chat with us. And that's exactly what I want to do. I want to feel like you've invited me into your living room. Now I'm going to have a little talk with you about something that's really impactful and important to you. And then I'm going to go. Your potential clients are not examining your wrinkles, judging your voice, or wondering whether your hair behaved that day. What your potential customer is looking at when they see you and hear you, can this person be of assistance to me? Because no matter what's in it for them? You have to make it what's in it for them. Because I've seen plenty of posts where everyone just goes on talking about themselves. But you can talk about yourself, but you have to put it into relation as how does it affect your potential customer? You do not need to look like a television host. You don't need to have full hair and makeup, all dressed up. You just need to be you. Your authentic self. You need to be clear, helpful, and genuine. So before you record, answer the 3 simple questions. Who am I talking to? What is the one question I'm answering? And what should the viewer do next? And then imagine you're sitting with your client, when you're in the car or you're showing homes or you're on the phone with them talking about their plans. Don't try to speak to 1,000 people at once because that's when it kind of becomes intimidating. Speak to one person. And as best possible, do not memorize the script. If you know, I think this is the biggest problem, besides getting over what you look like, that you're not Christy Brinkley, and I know I'm dating myself, but you need to know your product no matter what business you're in. Because if you're not comfortable and confident about your topic, don't even bother, because it will show it. People can tell that you have no idea what you're talking about. So that's why I say try not to memorize the script. If you need a teleprompter, you can get, I think I have a free one on my phone. I don't remember if I paid for it, but I do have one on my phone. And if I'm doing a long talky video where I have content that I need to make sure I get my facts straight, I'll load it into the teleprompter. But for you getting started, do a short video, 30 seconds, no more than 90 seconds, pick one topic and break it down into talking points so it's not overwhelming for you. You can explain real estate contracts, talk about inspections, pricing, financing, neighborhoods, schools, activities, commercial real estate that's going in, because that relates to jobs, the buying and the selling process every day. Because your knowledge is already in your head as long as you know these topics. But what I want you to do is when you take that topic, let's take the contract. Now, in 90 seconds, you certainly are not going to explain a real estate contract, correct? Yes, I know you're nodding your head, but you can take a section of the contract. So for example, in a standard real estate contract where it talks about repairs that need to be made and who is going to make them and for how much. If you just took that one little breakdown and talked about when it comes to a real estate contract, if you're worried about having to have repairs done in an inspection, well, this clause takes care of it. The seller has to repair anything that's broken, not for its intended use, up to 1.5% of the sale price of the home, unless something else is negotiated differently. All the language is in the contract, and that puts many buyers at ease. If you want to know more about having repairs made, if you are going into a real estate contract, my name's Robyn Cavallaro. My phone number is listed below. There it is. That was maybe 30, 45 seconds on one tiny little piece of that contract. Make it a series. Go through all of the different portions of the contract. Talk about a financing contingency. Talk about a sale of buyer's home contingency. Talk about buyer broker agreement. Break that down so your buyers don't feel intimidated. And I talk a lot about buyers because if you're new and if you're having challenges, I firmly believe you need to get buyers before sellers. Get the buyers, the sellers will come. That's how my career worked. And I do believe because buyers are ready, sellers for some reason just want more experience, more references, I want to say. And as a new person or you're struggling, you just don't have those. So we're going to take one topic, break it down into a few talking points, and listen, if you're not sure what to say and how to say it, AI is your best friend. Just ask AI and let it write it for you. But again, don't say it word for word. Now, for example, here in this podcast right now, I have a script. I worked with ChatGPT on creating it for me. I told it what I wanted it to say, and it spit out a script. But 70% of that is me looking at it, knowing what I want to say, and talking about it. I use the script to make sure I'm not missing anything. And sometimes I get off topic, but it's authentic. That's just me. But again, small bites, you will feel more comfortable. And it might take you 10 tries in the beginning to record that video, but just start. Record it. If you don't like it, record it again. I would say third time's a charm. Record it the third time and then post it and start putting the content out there. The goal is not perfection. The goal is connection. And if you flub up, that's normal. People actually resonate with that. Oh, she's not perfection. Because in my long form videos, I don't do a lot of jump cuts. I just leave the content go. If I say something and I need to correct it, then I might copy it out or I'll put it in post. I'll make a note, hey, I made a mistake there, because it happens. So people want to see the real person who may eventually be working with them to assist in making the biggest financial decision of their lives. Video allows them to hear your voice, understand your personality, and begin trusting you before you ever met. And that's how you stop chasing and start attracting. It just in the past 6 weeks, this is now July 17, 2026, I sold 7 homes to buyers I've never met. I've never met them. and they never toured the home. I was the only one that had been in the home. I videoed with them, FaceTime video, went over all the pros and cons, because when I go into a home with my buyer and I'm on the phone, they know if I think it's a dump, I'm going to tell them it's a dump. We need to move on. This house is awful. You can do so much better. Or I love this house. This is terrific. Or it might be in the middle. Hey, this is great, but it needs this, it needs this, it needs this, it needs this. And they trust me because I've developed that know, like, and trust because they've seen me on television for a long time. Last but not least, if you are interested in growing your brand, become an authority, and reinventing your life, you want to get in on my Agent Authority Lab. The Agent Authority Lab, we go deeper into these topics. It's a 6-week training program. It's live on Zoom. It is not recorded. I am in that class with you, teaching you the tips, tricks, and strategies that I've used to grow my business from absolutely nothing to, well, I think this year I might hit that $700,000 mark in income, not in sales. I'm already at 18,500,000 and it's July. So video works. And in the class, I give you, in the 6-week class, there are 2 different levels for you to participate in. If you are interested in learning more about the Agent Authority Lab, please shoot me an email, agentauthority@RobynCavallaro.com, because you need to become recognizable, helpful, and trusted in the market you serve. And that's what authority looks like. And camera is one of the fastest ways to build that. So if you're ready to stop hiding, start showing up, and building that business that attracts the right clients, you want to join me on the Agent Authority Lab, or at the very least, keep listening to this podcast and my YouTube channel. I'm Robyn Cavallaro. This is Stop Chasing, Start Attracting. I will see you next time.